The Texas Ranger versus the Grand Master. American power against Chinese speed. Chuck Norris, the undefeated Karate King, faces Ip Man, the teacher of Bruce Lee. Can the raw force of the Iceman shatter the lightning-fast defense of Wing Chun? Or will the Grand Master turn the giant's power against him? It is time to settle the debate. Before the memes made him a god, Chuck Norris was a competitive machine. Discovering Tong Soo Do while serving in the U.S. Air Force in Korea, he returned to America to dominate the tournament scene, holding the professional middleweight karate title for 6 consecutive years. Known as the Iceman for his stoic demeanor, Norris wasn't just a brawler, he was a scholar of combat with black belts in multiple disciplines. He was famous for a spinning heel kick so powerful it could crack ribs through a chest protector. He didn't fight for show, he fought to break his opponent's will with scientific precision. Ip Man was the quiet storm of Foshan, a refined scholar who used his lethal skills to protect his community during wartime. He refined Wing Chun into a science of absolute efficiency. Standing barely 5'5", he famously defeated 10 black belts in a single session using the centerline theory and devastating chain punches. He was the man who molded Bruce Lee, teaching the dragon that relaxation beats tension. Ip Man didn't need muscle, he needed only an inch of space to end a fight. If this cross-generational super fight were announced, the martial arts world would stop to listen. Bruce Lee. If Master is the essence of relaxation, he flows. He does not oppose force, he redirects it. But Chuck is solid, he is rigid power. If Chuck can keep Master Ip away with those legs, it is trouble. But if Ip Man touches Chuck's hands, the fight is over in a blink. Donnie Yen. I have portrayed Ip Man for years. Wing Chun is about closing the distance, but Chuck Norris, he is a tank. In the 70s, Chuck Norris was knocking people out with kicks that felt like baseball bats. Ip Man has never faced a kicker like that. It is the classic question, can the snake bite the elephant before the elephant steps on it? Joe Rogan. This is a nightmare stylistic matchup. Wing Chun relies on trapping hands, on being in the pocket. Chuck Norris doesn't want to be in the pocket. Chuck wants to be 4 feet away launching spinning back kicks. Ip Man needs to bridge that gap without getting his head taken off. If Ip Man gets inside, he turns Chuck Norris into a punching bag. If he stays outside, Chuck uses him for target practice. How did Chuck Norris prepare for a fight? Chuck Norris is a strategist. He knows he has the size, reach, and strength advantage. He weighs in at a solid 175 pounds of muscle against Ip Man's slight 135 pounds. Chuck's camp is all about distance management. He drills his stop kick. Every time his sparring partner tries to step in close, Chuck plants his foot in their chest. He wants to keep Ip Man at the end of his leg. He conditions his shins. He knows Wing Chun fighters block with their elbows. Chuck kicks heavy bags filled with sand, hardening his bones, so that when he kicks Ip Man's block, it's Ip Man's arm that breaks, not Chuck's leg. He works on his judo. He knows if Ip Man gets past the kicks, he needs to clinch and ragdoll the smaller man. How did Ip Man prepare for a fight? Ip Man prepares with the wooden dummy, Muk Yang Jong. Clack, clack, clack. The sound echoes for hours. He is hardening his forearms, preparing to deflect the heavy artillery of the American. He focuses on footwork. He knows Chuck is linear. Karate moves back and forth. Ip Man trains to move in angles, to step to the side of the kick and enter the blind spot. He practices the chain punch. He knows Chuck is tough. One punch won't stop him. Ip Man needs to land 20 punches in 3 seconds. He visualizes the bridge. He waits for Chuck to retract a kick, and in that split second, Ip Man plans to surge forward like a flood of water. Analysis. Physically, this is a mismatch. Chuck Norris is taller, heavier, and significantly stronger. His strikes carry stopping power. One clean hit from Chuck can end the fight. Technically, Ip Man has the advantage in hand speed and sensitivity. His reaction time is supernatural. If they touch hands, Ip Man can feel Chuck's intention before Chuck moves. Mentally, both are iron. Chuck has the refuse-to-lose American grit. Ip Man has the stoic calm of a Taoist master. The X factor is the range. Ip Man fights at 1 foot. Chuck fights at 4 feet. The entire fight depends on who controls those 3 feet of empty space. Arena and fighting rules. We need a neutral ground that respects both traditions. The fight takes place in an empty dojo at dawn. Wooden floors, paper sliding doors, silence. Just 2 masters and the rising sun. The rules: no gloves, bare knuckle to favor the speed of Wing Chun and the impact of karate. No rounds. The fight goes until one man cannot stand. Kicks, punches, elbows, knees, and throws are allowed. No ground fighting. The dojo is silent. Dust motes dance in the morning light. Chuck Norris stands in his side-bladed stance, right leg chambered. He looks like a statue carved from granite. Ip Man stands relaxed, hands in the centerline guard, looking deceptively fragile. Chuck makes the first move. He tests the distance with a snap front kick. Ip Man doesn't retreat. He brushes the kick aside with a gansao and steps forward. Chuck sees the advance and fires a lightning-fast roundhouse kick to the head. Ip Man ducks under it with millimeter precision. He's inside. Pop, pop, pop. Ip Man lends a triple punch combination to Chuck's ribs. The sound is like firecrackers. Chuck grunts, shoving Ip Man away with raw strength to reset the distance. Chuck circles. He realizes the speed difference. He waits for Ip Man to step in again. Ip Man slides forward. Chuck fakes a punch, then spins, the spinning back kick. Ip Man tries to jam it, moving into the kick, but Chuck's leg is too long, too powerful. The heel catches Ip Man on the shoulder. Crunch! Ip Man is sent flying back. He rolls and springs to his feet, but his left arm hangs limp. The shoulder is damaged. Knowing he is hurt, Ip Man rushes in with a war cry. Chuck fires a side kick. Ip Man jump steps over the leg, landing right in Chuck's face. The chain punches begin. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Ip Man unleashes a torrent of strikes to Chuck's chest and face. Chuck covers up, his head rocking back, nose bleeding. He's drowning in punches. But Chuck Norris is the Iceman. He absorbs the punishment, finding the rhythm. He eats a punch to the jaw to secure a grip on Ip Man's lapel. Chuck engages his judo. He twists his hips. Ogoshi. He launches the lighter Ip Man into the air. Ip Man crashes hard onto the wooden floor. The impact knocks the wind out of him. Chuck doesn't wait. As Ip Man tries to rise, Chuck steps in. He throws a karate reverse punch, straight from the hip, with every ounce of his 170 pounds behind it. Ip Man tries to deflect with his good arm, but the structure is broken. The punch smashes through the guard and connects flush with the jaw. Snap! Ip Man's head whips back. He collapses to the floor, motionless. The winner. Chuck Norris stands over the fallen Grandmaster, chest heaving. He drops to his knees, helping Ip Man to a seated position. Ip Man blinks, regaining consciousness, and returns Chuck's bow from the ground. It was a battle of styles. Ip Man's speed was superior, and the chain punches nearly overwhelmed the American. But weight classes exist for a reason. Chuck's durability allowed him to survive the storm, and his raw power was simply too much for the smaller man to deflect. One mistake against Chuck Norris is one mistake too many. The winner by knockout, Chuck Norris. It's your turn. The Texas Ranger defeats the Grandmaster, proving that sometimes power and resilience conquer pure speed. But do you agree? If Ip Man had landed a throat strike instead of chest punches, would the outcome have changed? Or is the size difference simply insurmountable? We want your analysis in the comments. Who challenges the winner? Do we bring in Steven Seagal? Or is it time for the ultimate rematch with Bruce Lee? Subscribe to Legacy Untold. Like the video if you respect the legends, and we'll see you in the next simulation.